Turn to your textbook 4B, page 9. We are going to be doing the guided practice together. Okay, so can you remember what mixed numbers are? So a mixed number is made up of a whole number and a proper fraction. Okay, so let's see. For these fraction circles, we have one whole here, so this one, and so it's already written for us here 1. And these are 8s, so that means there are 8 parts in total, so it's something over 8. Now let's see how many parts are shaded. There are 1, 2, 3 parts shaded, so there are 3 8s. So we write the fraction over here as 3 out of 8. So how do you write this as a mixed number? We just put them together, 1 and 3 8s. Okay, now let's take a look at question number 2. The mass of a box of washing powder was 3 kg. So the washing powder is 3 kg. And we can look at the diagram here. This is 3 kg. The mass of 2 bars of soap was 1/10 kg. So this one here is 1/10 of a kg. What is the total mass of the item? So remember, when we talk about total, we are adding them up. So we add 3 kg plus the 1/10 kg. What do we get in total? 3 and 1/10, we get 3, we write it this way, 3 and 1/10. So the total mass was 3 and 1/10 kg. Okay, so this is a mixed number made up of a whole number, which is 3, and a fraction, which is 1/10. Now let's look at questions 3 and 4. These are number lines, and we need to fill in the missing fractions. Okay, first up, let's take a look at one part of the number line. From 0 to 1 here, we have one part and 2 parts. So between every whole number, there are 2 parts. From 1 to 2, there are 1, 2 parts. So you can see that the denominator is 2 because there are 2 parts in total. 1, 2. And for the middle line, we move 1 space, right? So the numerator is 1. So we have 0, half, and 1. And then what about 1 and 2? What's in between 1 and 2? We have the whole number 1, and we move 1 part out of 2 parts. So we have 1.5. Then we move on to 2. Between 2 and 3, in the middle, we have 2.5. And the same, between 3 and 4, we have 3.5. Because, see, there are 2 parts in total, and we move only 1 to get to the middle. So it's 3.5. Okay, now we look at question 4. We look from 0 to 1. How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 parts where we move from 0 to 1 for this number line, which means for every little marking, we move 1 part, right? So 1 out of 5 parts. Move another marking, we have 2 out of 5. Move another one, we have 3 out of 5. Another one, 4 out of 5. And finally, we get to 1 whole, which is actually 5 out of 5. Okay? So we need to find out where is 1 and 2/5. So this is the whole number 1. Now we need to move. So the first marking after 1 is 1 and 1/5. We move another marking. This is 1 and 2/5. So this is where we need to find 1 and 2/5. So this is our first answer. And next we need to find 2 and 4/5. 2 and 4/5. Okay. So we find the whole number first. 2 over here. And then we need to find where is 4/5 from there. So first, this is 2 and 1/5. Move another marking, 2 and 2/5. Move another marking, this is 2 and 3/5. And finally, this one here is 2 and 4/5. So this is where we need to find 2 and 4/5. And we move another one, we actually get 2 and 5/5, which is the same as 3. Okay. Now let's move on to the last question. Question number 5 says to express each mixed number in its simplest form. So can you remember how to find simplest form? We can use the division method. So we always try first dividing by 2. If we cannot, try 3. Still cannot, we try 5. Okay, so let's see this. We always keep the whole number the same. So we keep the 3 first. Now we need to simplify the 8/10. So let me use another color. We have 8/10. First we will try to divide by 2, right? So can 8 be divided by 2? Yes. So that gives us 4. And then 10 we also need to divide by the same number, because if on top we divide by 2, below also need to divide by 2. Can you divide by 2? Yes. 5. Okay, can we continue dividing? 4 we can divide by 2 again. We get 2. But 5, can it be divided by 2? No, cannot. So we keep it. So the answer is 4/5, right? So 3 and 8/10 simplified to the simplest form is 3 and 4/5. Okay, now let's take a look at question B. We keep the whole number 2, and now we're going to divide our fraction. Okay, so we have 9/12. Can we divide by 2? Divide by 2. 9 cannot be divided by 2, so we try the next one, 3. Okay, 9 can be divided by 3, that gives us 3. But 12, can 12 be divided by 3? 12, yes, it can be divided by 3, that is 4. Okay, now we check, should we simplify more? 3 cannot be divided by 2, 3 can be divided by 3. But how about 4? Can 4 be divided by 3? Cannot. So we'll keep it as that. 9/12 is simplified to 3/4 or 3/4. So 2 and 9/12 is simplified to 2 and 3/4. Okay. Alright. Our next and last question. Question C. We have 4 and 6, 9. Now 4, we'll keep the whole number 4. Now we're going to divide our fraction 6, 9. Okay. So 6, 9. 6, can it be divided by 2? Yes. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now let's check now we have to divide the denominator by the same number, which is 2. 9 divided by 2. Oh dear, 9 cannot be divided by 2. So we cannot use that. We have to erase and cannot use 2. So we move on to the next one. 3. Can 6 be divided by 3? Yes, and the answer is 2. And 9, can it be divided by 3? Yes, it also can be divided by 3. And answer is 3. So 6, 9 simplified equals to 2/3, or 2 out of 3. So 4 and 6, 9. In the simplest form is 4 and 2/3.